a definitive blueprint that you can follow to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and peace of mind.
I would love to work with Eddie. Eddie won't return.
Tyler Perry's been crowned as the king of black movies for decades, but it looks like she's catching some heat lately from the industry listers. None the other Eddie Murphy stepped out of the shadow to air the dirty linen of Tinseltown, and he's got Tyler Perry under fire, claiming he's done with the sad narrative created in the Black Hollywood. Eddie rarely gets involved in any kind of drama, so when rumors surfaced that he's gearing up to finally spill some truth, it got everyone talking. Word on the street is Eddie's calling out Tyler for playing dirty in Hollywood, particularly when it comes to their black brothers and sisters. This isn't the first time Tyler's faced accusations like this, but when even Hollywood royalty like Eddie Murphy starts pointing fingers, it's hard to ignore.
Funny as possible, because I want to shut down when I do it, but I don't be thinking like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Despite being in the movie industry for decades, these two men never worked together, and it looks like folks can see why. Apparently, Tyler tried to lure the comedian on his set, and he even referred to Eddie as a major inspiration. After I saw him do the clumps, I said, I'm gonna try my hand at a female character. It was the brilliance of Eddie Murphy. However, it's been said that Eddie didn't respond to any praise, and things between them took a rift when Tyler revealed in an interview that he'd been trying to reach out to Eddie, but the calls went unanswered. Now, the unexpected reason of why he was giving Tyler the cold shoulder for years resurfaced. Insiders claims that Eddie may have seen a nasty side of Tyler, and actually, Murphy has a trained eye on all kind of shady figures with his experience.
I've been in show business for 46 years.
While it's hard to deny that Tyler's built an empire and became the example of black entrepreneurship for many folks, there are whispers that his path to the richness was paved with some shady dealings. Now, many people already tried to speak the truth about this man, but their voices have not been strong enough to change the sick rules in Tinseltown. Eddie Murphy is now taking matters into his hands and exposes everything sick about the industry. It's been this way for years and years, but it's not just African Americans. It's also about women and other minorities too. According to him, Tyler Perry doesn't even care who to walk over if it means minting more cash for his dear self. And if you start tracing the history of his shady activities, it takes us back right to Monique, who was allegedly the first person he openly downplayed.
I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business. I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that.
Even though the clash between the actress and the movie mogul dates back to 2009, even 15 years later, Monique cannot sell. But it's hard to blame her because she's lost a bunch of money because of his games. In her candid chat with Shannon Sharp, Monique claimed that her feud with Tyler resulted in her being blacklisted from the industry. She added that this decision cost her family tens of millions of dollars. You see, it's Tyler and his friend Oprah who started tarnishing the comedian's reputation in the industry, spreading tales about her being difficult to work with.
Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with.
So it's one thing that Tyler expected her to work for free, but spreading toxic rumors and destroying her chances to be cast in Hollywood for more than a decade is a completely another level of betrayal. The lies that Tyler was spreading cost her a hefty sum. That's cost my family tens of millions of dollars. Yeah, over a lie and a rumor. The back and forth between Monique and Tyler continued, with Tyler claiming he doesn't believe in giving money away for free and Monique firing back, refusing to work for free. But wait, there's more. The actress later dropped another bombshell, alleging that Tyler Perry went the extra mile to mess with her acting gigs after she turned down a request to fly to France for the film festival to promote the movie Precious without compensation.
I said, what I cannot do, Tyler, is work for free. I've done what I was supposed to do.
She said that living with a messed up reputation in Hollywood kept her from creating wealth for her kids. Apparently, Tyler Perry didn't think about that when he wanted to teach her a lesson. And now, Monique is uncertain about the future of her family because of lost decades of her acting career. We want to ensure that when we leave here, our babies are in good hands. Their well-being is paramount. If Tyler Perry hadn't spread that falsehood, we'd be on our way already. Monique also revealed that, after all that, Perry even demanded she apologize publicly to him and other industry handlers like Oprah. Now, it's just one example of what this man is capable of, and here's the thing. He's about advocating for black people, only for himself.
I made a little more money. It was like $3 million. I'm going to pay for it. I want cash.
While Tyler Perry has always avoided major public scandal, it's being said that his wealth and connections play a role in him being so untouchable. However, it's hard to fool folks who seems to see right through him. As one person wrote about Tyler, I never liked Tyler Perry. Always playing a woman in his movies, trying to brainwash us. Also, he makes the same type of movie. And another netizen added, why do people of color believe that other people of color have their best interest at heart? Guess what? They don't. Reality check is most people only care to satisfy themselves. Well, Tyler Perry is certainly the man who puts his needs above anyone else's. And let's just briefly recall the story when he decided to fire the entire writing squad because they didn't fit his vision of an ideal script.
I did have a writer's room about 10 years ago. I had the writer's room, and they were turning in scripts that weren't up to par for my audience.
There are more stories that have surfaced recently, proving that Tyler Perry's whole career is one big ride of twists and turns. It's like Scandal could be his middle name, considering how much he enjoys breaking other people to his will. But let's talk about Tyler Perry's creations. His choices in casting and storytelling might be contributing to the success of certain movies due to biases in Hollywood. It's a common belief Perry has a special sauce in his portrayal of the Black community, and it's his willingness to be explicit about community dysfunction.
He just wants to make continued stereotype.
In Tyler Perry's productions, dark-skinned actors often find themselves typecast as villains, perpetuating harmful stereotypes. While the producer claims it's just the truth about what Black people, in his opinion, are, many critics highlight the harmful representation of Black Americans in his works. And while the whole world is moving away from such ugly narratives, Tyler continues doing what he loves. For me, I love the movies that I've done because they are the people that I grew up with, that I represent. What is important to me is that I'm honoring the people that came up and taught and made me who I am. There's no doubt that Perry has worked hard to carve out a space in Hollywood that very few Black people have had access to, but at the same time, it looks like he has put in a tremendous amount of effort to exploit Black talent throughout his career.
I don't even know what to say about it. It's just...
Perry's not some struggling artist, and the work he puts out can and should be better, especially considering his outsized influence. But it seems like it's only the cash he cares about, and while exploiting other artists, he has made himself a tiny fortune of $1 billion. And it's now believed that this wealth came with a demonic price, underpaying and mistreating his own employees. No wonder any dignified actor is not setting their foot in his studio. Here's what we have: the accusations of fraud with government, the horrible stories of essay allegations, and claims that people are obligated to work in an atmosphere that is hostile to males by virtue or unsolicited and unwelcome intimate advances and comment. Perry is no stranger to facing fierce criticism for his questionable actions. Years after branching out from his made comedies, the writer-director says some in Hollywood still question him and his work. But with the amount of rumors pouring out from behind the walls of his studio, it's not surprising.
Was the most stressful and hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I had no idea that Tyler Perry's studio schedule was so drastic.
Apparently, more and more actors turn down the offers because they don't want to work with this man. As Tyler himself shared a few years ago, they read the script, they loved the script, but I think there was a reservation or hesitation about working with me in particular on this film. If more stories about his treatment are getting leaked, there would be no surprise to see him closing his studio forever. His reputation in the movie industry is forever tarnished, and less actors are willing to sign up for a collab with Perry. Even the audience is weighing in. As one person commented, "Don't care. I was smart enough not to buy his movies. I hate him." And another user added, "Tyler's movies, etc. are 21st century versions of the 18th century versions of blackface stage plays, etc." It looks like Tyler Perry's fame is losing its luster, and it may take a tiny push to have all his ugly activities being exposed. But folks, what do you think about all this? Are we witnessing the dawn of Tyler Perry's era? And will he lose the credibility in the industry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check my other videos.